Monologue 3. Hey guys, my name is Ruji, and I run a music project called A Junkyard for the Soul. I mentioned that I'm in the middle of a writer's block of sorts, and to elaborate, I'm hitting a sonic wall. And I've been banging my head against it for a good 2 years now. So just a little bit of reflection and self-critique. I love the tone of a distorted guitar, yet I felt as though I was overly reliant on distortion as a player and a writer, if I can be classified as such. I really do not perceive myself as being a musician. Anyway, distortion rocks, but I forced myself to not use it as much. And again, this was 2 years ago. I guess I felt as though my songs overall sounded one-dimensional. But there's nothing wrong with that, there's no harm in that. Take the Ramones, for example. It's one gear and they go. Another aspect is that I locked myself in maybe too much to the four-piece rock format, as in you have a vocalist, a guitarist, a bassist, and a drummer. And so I tried playing acoustic with clean tones and even forbade myself from playing guitar or bass for a while, just working with MIDI and samples on my digital audio workstation. I lost a lot of my chops, but I will say I am now more proficient with Studio One, my DAW. I guess I wanted to expand my sonic palette of sorts, but I'm reverting back to a very basic point, and that is answering the question of what is it that I want to say or convey. Playing guitar or bass was always a source of relief or solace for me. I'm not very proficient at it from a technical or theoretical perspective, so if you want advice, go watch Jeff Beck or Yngwie Malmsteen or Steve Vai or one of the guitar gods. But it's just something that I do, and however basic my playing may be, it is at the point where it's similar to spinal reflex, to play and to enjoy as much as I can. Another thing I did was I reviewed the themes I dealt with lyrically, and I generally gravitated towards topics such as isolation or lost. In short, sad, broody music was my trajectory, and I also wanted to change that. And this is much more difficult of a process than I thought it would be. Kurt Cobain and Tom York may have had too much of an influence on me, and only Robert Smith from The Cure should be allowed to wail for over 40 years. And so I'm attempting to change, and it's proving to be a very hard thing for me when it comes to writing music.